Good evening. I'm Gary Steel, current Junior Vice Commander of VFW Post 8338 in Barron. I am also a Vietnam veteran. I've been asked to give a talk about the VFW and about the Vietnam War. First, I'm going to give a talk about the VFW and its history. The VFW traces its roots back to 1899, when veterans of the Spanish-American War the Philippine insurrection of 1899-2002 founded local organizations to secure rights and benefits for their service. Many arrived home wounded or sick. There was no medical care or veterans' pensions for them. They were left to care for themselves. In their misery, some of these veterans banded together and formed organizations which would become known as of Foreign Wars of the United States. After chapters were formed in Ohio, Colorado, Pennsylvania, the movement quickly gained momentum. By 1915, membership grew to 5,000. By 1936, membership was almost 200,000. Since then, the VFW's voice has been instrumental in establishing Veterans Administration, creating a GI Bill for the 20th century, the development of the National Cemetery System, and the fight for compensation for Vietnam vets exposed to Agent Orange, and for veterans diagnosed with Gulliver syndrome. In 2008, VFW won a long-fought victory with the passing of a GI Bill for the 21st century, giving expanded educational benefits to active duty service members and members of the Guard and Reserve fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan. Notable members of the VFW have included past U.S. presidents: Theodore Roosevelt, Harry Truman, Dwight Eisenhower, John Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, and George Bush 41. I'll give a very brief history of battlefield Vietnam, 1954 to 1975. The Second Indochina War grew out of a long conflict between France and Vietnam. The U.S. became involved in Vietnam in 1960. By 1963, the U.S. had shipped arms, technology, and 16,000 advisors to Vietnam. In August of 1964, in the Gulf of Tonkin, 2 U.S. warships were attacked that led to reprisal air attacks against the North Vietnamese. By 1968, American anti-war protests erupted on college campuses and in major cities. Every corner of the country seemed to feel the war's impact. Also in 1968, the Tet Offensive began, which was a victory for the U.S. military. In 1973, the final draft was initiated, ending open hostilities between the U.S. and the North Vietnamese. On April 30th, 1975, the end finally came, and American forces left Vietnam. In conclusion, the Vietnam Wall has 58,307 names of U.S. servicemen killed in the Vietnam War. 1,162 of these servicemen were from Wisconsin. I brought a magazine. It's in the information tent. It is called Wisconsin Faces. If you wish to look at it, please pick it up. Feel free to look at it. Thank you.